Now when I say legendary, y'all say never scary. Legendary, never scary. Legendary, never scary. When I say legendary, y'all say never scary. Legendary, never scary. Legendary, never scary. Much love, y'all. My name is Kaelan. Yeah. God bless. Appreciate it, brother. Talented, bro. Word, thank you, man. There was never a decision like, hey, I'm gonna rap about God. It just was, I always wanted to rap, was inside of me. So my ultimate goal is to change the world through my music. Now people may say that's a kind of broad, you know, that's something pretty steep, but I feel like if I can change one person, I've changed the world because I've changed their mind. My main goal through my lyrics is to be mission legendary. You know, if you follow me, you know that my everything is about mission legendary. Man, this is why I'm here. I ain't got no time for fear. And you could probably catch me chilling at the peak. Mission legendary, never scary. And that's because I want people to realize that in 2017 and beyond, that good isn't good enough anymore. We gotta strive to be legendary in whatever we do. So for the kids coming up, I want them to see beyond the small frame of mind that has been placed in front of them. I want them to think outside of the box.
When did you start making music?
I wrote my first rap at 5 years old. It was called the St. James Soldiers. I actually recorded that at Six Flags in Houston, which came out crazy.
People actually gathered and listened. And the man in the booth said that was the first time that they had those many people sit there and listen to who was in that booth. And when he came out, he was this little 6-year-old.
From then I started recording and I started performing at my birthday parties and stuff, and that's when I really took a liking to making music and recording it. So yeah, 5 years old, man, so I've been doing it for a minute.
How you doing? This is me and my mother, Kaelan. We've been rolling.
My main inspiration, believe it or not, it wasn't any rappers or musicians, it was my mom. She was one of the people who, it's crazy because like, even at that young age, she truly believed in me. So at my birthday party, she wasn't ashamed to say her son is quote unquote rapping because of the negative connotation I guess rapping has. She was willing to put me on that platform and show me off to her friends and all of our family and stuff. So that played a huge role in me being, I guess, so open and saying that I am a rapper and being able to display that talent.
I've seen tremendous growth. As he said, he started when he was 5, 6 years old, just rapping around the house. I can remember his cousin saying, man, all that dude want to do is rhyme, rhyme, rhyme. And I'm like, yeah, that's what he does, you know. So that rhyming from way back then, it just kept coming forward, kept coming forward. His birthday party that he had, we sent out invitations and he was the entertainment. After all the fun they had, he entertained his guests at each party. One year he decided to let his guests entertain him, so he did. And they brought some of their talent to it. So it's been a long time that he has been not only doing what he loves, but trying to get people to do, and as he said, bring their gift up, you know, so that people can listen and see, whether it's rapping, singing, dancing, poetry, whatever it is. He just wants them to be great at it.
And that's why I don't believe in the suspended beliefs. So many people in my life are dependent on me. So as I'm rising to the top, I'm extending belief, evolving into the person I'm intending to be.
At the time being in high school, you witness when people change. You know, you see when people begin to try to be someone who they're not, just to fit in. And I was the type of person, I had a small, you know, everyone has their small stretch where they, I guess you would say, try to fit in and be cool. But when I realized that my gift made room for me and that I didn't have to try to fit in, my focus turned to allowing people to see and hopefully making it transparent that your gift will make room for you, your personality, or whatever is unique about you, whatever is special about you, it will make room for you, so you don't have to try to fit in. So at that point, that's when my focus kind of began to be on, I need to catch the youth, because I got to catch them young before their mind is, you know, I guess you would say, just turned upside down, and especially the way social media is these days, and there's a so-called standard.
I saw that in him at a young age, and that's why I said, if this is what you want, I see you good at it, I'm gonna push forward with it. He played football, baseball, and basketball in school. When he got in high school, he decided he was done with those things, and he only wanted to concentrate on his music. And I said to him then, that's fine, and when you graduate, I'm gonna push you. And I've been behind him 110 since.
So like I said, obviously my stage name is K. Levy, but I have an acronym for my stage name, and it's Knowledgeable Leaders Evolving as Victorious Youth. And my whole thought process going into that was, I always wanted to focus on, you know, education. However, I'm a huge believer in not just going to school, getting a degree in something that you don't really want to do. So it ties into, you know, Mission Legendary and everything that I talk about in my music, because it's not just about doing something just because. You want to find that everyone has a gift or a talent, you know, that they can use for the greater good of their own lives, the community, the people around them, and also the kingdom of God. So, you know, I want to encourage people and use my platform through my foundation. It's almost a trickle-down effect, you know. You use the music gives you the platform, you sow into the foundation, and from the foundation, you sow into the youth.
What did you say about the rapper?
He inspired me. I'm gonna make a song about how he inspired me. One of the lyrics is gonna be, like my friend, hey Levy over here, I'm legendary and no fear.
Uh-oh.
And I always say that, man, the fans come first, the people come first. You know, the money gonna come at some point. But as of now, we just focus on making an impact. The impact comes before everything, inspiring people to be legendary in whatever they do.
You know, 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 10 states that we all been blessed with that gift. So if we have a light, we don't put it under the table where nobody can see it. We raise it to where we can shine, right? We use our gifts for good to uplift the kingdom.
My mom always tell people, it's one thing to hear my music, but when you see me perform live, it's a different experience.
I tell him all the time, there's a difference in listening and listening, you know, and sometimes you can look at a person and you can see when they are actually listening to the words that he's saying, because I tell people all the time that, you know, when they say rap has such a bad name, but if you just listen, and I can remember, I don't know, he probably was 15 and we were at a fashion show, and some ladies, when they introduced the rapper was gonna come up for intermission, and they was like, oh, we're gonna get up and leave. And I made them sign, give him 2 minutes. And if you don't like it, you can get up and leave. And they never got up. They enjoyed it, so they stayed there. And they listened to him. My
focus is to allow kids to see. And not only kids, you know, I try to reach anyone I can. But like you said, the focus is on the youth, because I feel like I can still catch them right now. Like I said, at some point the money gonna come. If this is what's meant to be, then that's what it is. But until that, you know, we gonna go as hard as we can with this until we can't go no more. And as long as that impact, as long as I can see the impact, and even if I don't see the impact, if I just plant the seeds and they grow when I'm not here no more, if that's what's going down, then that's what I'm here for. So we just trying to spread love, you feel me? Because my people gotta know these blessings come from above. I just gotta let it show. Do everything that I can, put it all in God's hands. You know they say you will always reap what you sow. Man, I just wanna spread, I just wanna spread, I just really wanna spread. You got it.
Hey, y'all give yourselves a round of applause, y'all. Yo, so I just gotta leave y'all with this one last thing, man. Real quickly. But y'all still with me though, right? Well, let me hear y'all say shock the world. Say shock the world. Okay.